Hello, and welcome to another exciting stream. All right, today we're going to be doing some more voice training on Udemy. For links, check out my one of my boxes. What are they called? Let's see. I gotta memorize. Oh, my panels. Check out my panels for the links. So for voice training, the link to the Udemy course that I'm taking live is located right here. And I'm going to continue updating this panel once once I start new lessons. Yeah, I actually forget. I'm supposed to synchronize my my eye tracking software to the stream, and it's getting okay, maybe this is not the best way to do it. Anywho, all right, let's start.
Hello and welcome to day 2 of the training. Yesterday, you analyzed your voice, either yourself or with a good friend you can trust. You now know at a very basic level the types of issues that need to be dealt with over the coming weeks. Over the 30 days, we'll cover all the important areas of voice and communication training, some of which will be more important than others to you. There might be some aspects where you feel you are fully confident and au fait with, and you may even want to skip subsections or even a whole day's worth of videos, and that's fine, as long as you are totally confident that you can skip things, but replace the day by repeating exercises from a day where you really do need the help. As I mentioned in the introduction video, each of the days from now on is going to be split into 4. I'll give you theory training and tasks to do in each of the 4 areas to give you variety, and it's up to you as to where you put the emphasis for your own situation. For example, in one of the 4 training points, there may be some area where you are poor, so you'd put your full concentration into this. We'll ring the changes to make it interesting, but also cover the whole subject over the course. So today is day 2, this is part 1. Our first segment today looks at posture. Now, what's this got to do with a good, powerful, resonant voice? It has an awful lot to do with it. You see, when you're slumped over, your rib cage gets in the way of decent breathing. It's obvious when you think about it, yet most of us go around slumped over, both sitting and also standing as well, and constantly looking down at our digital devices doesn't actually help. Now, I want you to stand up right now, and I mean really stand up, as if you were pulled up like a puppet on a string. So many of us these days are hunched over screens, we get stuck in a certain position, and that position isn't good for a deep, powerful voice. This sort of position also gives out negative body language signals, saying to other people we don't have much confidence in ourselves. So we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by improving posture. You'll look more powerful and strong, you will look more attractive and authoritative, as well as giving the physical ability for your voice to be strong and authoritative. So stand up, pretend you're being pulled up by a puppeteer's string from the top of your head.
Well, I'm not really going to stand up because I'm going to be out of the range of my green screen. Let's go look silly. But yeah. Let me do something real quick before I continue. Oh, cool.
Now keep that position, but now you're probably very tensed up. Without reducing your height, just relax your shoulders, bring your shoulders down, and try to take your shoulders back a little bit just a little bit back and down. Just stay where you are. Make a mental note of how you feel at the moment. It shouldn't feel uncomfortable. Just look straight ahead, monitor your body. Where else can you feel the tension? Well, as you're there standing, there are muscles in your body obviously keeping you standing. That's fine to keep them as long as they are. But a bit down in your abdomen region, you've got tension there. Have you ever heard interviews from top bodybuilders? Because they're so obsessed with tensing up all their muscles, and that includes around the diaphragm area, and their voices often sound bizarrely weak. So you don't want to be like a bodybuilder with a weak, high voice. Just relax the diaphragm area in your lower tummy area. Don't tense them up. But you don't need to completely forget about your diaphragm, because that's where the magic happens. Take a deep breath in right now. Do some low humming exercises, and just keep humming low as you can. Now, I obviously can't hear you, so I don't know if you are engaging a diaphragm effectively or not, but you can find out yourself by thinking about an amusing incident or a joke. You see, when we laugh, a good belly laugh, that diaphragm is used a lot. So you may not be in the mood now, but later on, do this exercise when you've something good to laugh about, and feel that diaphragm move. And then when you repeat the low humming exercises and do any speaking, you will find your voice transform magically. So we're trying to identify your diaphragm. Laughing does it. So what we're doing now is something that needs to be repeated regularly. So once more, unless you're still standing there, stand up with your hands by your side. Think puppet on a string, shoulders back and down. Relax every part of your body that isn't used for helping you stand up.
Your body standing up. Relax parts of your body. Oops. Relax the parts of your body that are not being used when you stand up.
And then identify your diaphragm. Do some deep chuckling if you want to identify the diaphragm. Then you'll find that your speaking voice will be naturally resonant. We'll come back to this subject later on in the course. Part 2, breathing. Most of us are very lazy when it comes to breathing. But the more oxygen you get into your system helps you feel more alive with more energy and vastly improves the voice quality. Now, I want you to take a deep breath for me right now. And if you're near a mirror, could you look at yourself taking that deep breath? Well, did your shoulders go up and down? Well, very probably it was a very light breath, and you only filled your chest area. You see, proper deep breath is from deep down in your diaphragm area, so you need to be aware.
Oops. Okay.
Of where this is by doing various exercises. Now, there are loads of breathing exercises you can do. I've selected the very best of them coming up in this course. But a very well-established technique is one called 1-4-2. Sounds like a locomotive.
Oh, 1-4-2. 1-4-2 technique.
Deal, isn't it? 1-4-2. Basically, You inhale through your nose for 1 second.
Ooh.
You hold your...
This is important. Procedure. 1 second of inhaling. 4 seconds of holding in. 2 seconds of exhaling.
your breath for 4 seconds and then exhale through your mouth for 2 seconds, like this. Okay, it doesn't have to be exact in timing, but try doing this. Now let me repeat what I'd like you to do. You're going to inhale through your nose for 1 second. You're going to hold that breath for 4 seconds and then exhale through the mouth for 2 seconds. Then repeat that 2 or 3 times. Okay? Pause the video, then unpause me once you're done. Okay, how do you feel? If you feel lightheaded in any way, just give it a rest for a minute. If you do feel okay, let's continue. We're going to double the timings now, but still keep the ratio exactly the same. So it's 1-4-2 in ratio, but you're going to spend 2 seconds breathing in through the nose, 8 seconds holding the breath inside, and 4 seconds exhaling through the mouth. What you're doing is controlling the breath, and breath control is one of the key aspects of learning to improve your voice quality. It really, really is. By breathing deeply and effectively and training the body to use the oxygen it has rather than shallow panting all the time, that makes your shoulders go up. You'll get fitter and your voice will appreciate that enormously. You'll also be getting more oxygen into your blood, and that's going around your body, giving you more energy. And by doing this as well, you're also training your lungs to increase its capacity. Not just increasing the oxygen you're taking in, but making it possible for you to give more power to your voice. There are other important health benefits, but I won't bore you with this. But just take it from me, good breathing is really important to learn. So you ready? Pause the video, and it's the 1-4-2 ratio, but this time 2 seconds breathing in through the nose, not the mouth, 8 seconds holding the breath.
In that case, 2, 8, 2, or 2, 8, 4. All right. Okay.
And 4 seconds exhaling through the mouth. Pause the video now and give this a go. Welcome back. Now, if you're absolutely certain you're not lightheaded, then try the third part of this exercise, which takes it one step further. You may not be fit enough to be able to hold your breath longer than that, but you will if you do this regularly. I will prompt you throughout the 30 days to do this exercise again if you don't remember. So still keeping the 1-4-2 ratio, I want you to inhale for 4 seconds, then hold your breath for 16 seconds, and then exhale for 8 seconds.
Probably need to get an on-screen timer. Get an on-screen timer on OBS.
Right, do you want to have a go on your own? Pause the video and unpause it once you've achieved this for a couple of times. But don't do it if you're lightheaded.
Actually, I did it too fast.
Part 3, resonance.
Ooh, resonance.
Now, a resonant voice doesn't necessarily mean a deep voice, but the two do go hand in hand. A resonant tone of voice gives an assured sense of authority in both the male and female voice. A resonant voice also means you don't have to use as much energy to make the same volume, and it will strain your vocal cords less once you've developed some resonance. The actual depth of the voice is determined by the size of the vocal folds and of the chest cavity sizes that the vibrating cords resonate in. So generally, a larger person will have a deeper voice, but that's not always the case. But one thing you can be sure of is that most of us can easily improve the resonance in our voice. One of the best ways to slowly improve resonance in a voice is by regular low humming. So between now and tomorrow, a part of your homework is to do low humming, and as much as you can. Now, you can do this in a loudish environment like a train or when you're alone in your car, but maybe doing it all day.
That angle makes my lips look hella big. What? Now I'm gonna be like self-cautious about that. Some DSLs. All right.
At your desk in a quiet office shared with others is not a good idea. But why low humming? Well, you see, low humming helps to relax the throat and the general area where the voice is produced, helps to relax the mind as well. People generally hum when they're happy, and funnily enough, humming when you're unhappy often reverses the mood. The other reason
Humming when you're unhappy reverses. Humming when you're happy. Wait, what is it?
in the general area where the voice is produced helps to relax the mind as well. People generally hum when they're happy, and funnily enough, humming when you're unhappy often reverses the mood. The other reason why I'm asking you to do very low humming is that you may discover parts of your body that have hardly been used before. So many people speak from the throat area and their voice sounds thin and often strained. These sorts of people get regular sore throats as well. If you feel you fall into this category, relax and try to get your voice to resonate in the cavities of your chest area. It's just like getting a guitar string from a music shop. It doesn't sound like a guitar. Put it on the acoustic guitar body, it sounds like a guitar, doesn't it? Put it on a little ukulele, it sounds thin. The bigger the instrument and the more cavities you use, the better it sounds. So put your hand on your upper chest area and do some low humming now for a minute or two and see if you can feel your hand vibrating. Don't worry if you can't get it right at this stage. We'll try again later in the month. I promise you will get better and better at low humming and feeling the vibrations in your hand on your upper chest. So pause the video now, please. Do some really low humming.
Oh, okay, like that. Hello, Peter. How strong does the vibration have to be for the humming exercise? Is there a response? Just enough so that you can feel the vibrations on your chest. Okay, actually, this is kind of important. There we go. I'm kind of reminded by that scene from The Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not sure if you know what I'm talking about, but let's see if I can find it. Wolf of Wall Street. I think it was the dinner scene. Dinner scene with boss. Yeah, this one. All right, let's see.
Go as low as you can, where you've still got some sort of energy there, because obviously you can get extremely low that you can hardly hear you. So it's a cross between the lowness, the depth of the hum, and the volume as well. So take some deep breaths and hum and just experiment and see if you can get your hand to vibrate. Pause the video now, please. Welcome to part 4, clarity and enunciation.
Clarity and enunciation is what does it mean? And what is the proper spelling? Enunciation. Oh, there we go. That's how you spell it.
Now, there's no point having a nice resonant voice if the clarity of speech isn't there as well. Clarity comes from using the tongue and the teeth well. Clarity comes from
using the tongue and the teeth well.
dipping the volume between each syllable slightly, as well as between each word, so it isn't a total mess of sound. It gives the listener a fighting chance of understanding what you're saying, even if you are speaking fast. So here's the first clarity exercise. First, find newspaper, magazine, anything you want. Open it at a random page. Speak 30 seconds of a paragraph. Okay? Then I want you to find a pencil or a thin pen and put it between your teeth. Make sure it's a clean one, please. Health and safety, you know. Find the same paragraph and speak it again. Obviously, it's going to be a bit of a challenge like this.
Now, if you haven't got a pen or a pencil, a drinking straw is just as good.
Alright, something like this would work.
And probably more hygienic. The whole purpose of doing this is to try and get some clarity out. It's like dictating a letter when you've been held hostage.
But having the pencil in your mouth means you have to over-enunciate in order to get the meaning out.
Alright, try this. Are you ashamed of your voice? Do you feel that others are, or do you feel others think you have an annoying or even boring voice? Do you wish you had a rich, clear, resonant voice that gave you a sense of authority with people at work, at home, or your friends? Or you tend to the listener when your conversations simply don't cut through the chat?
So read the whole of the 30 seconds and then take the pencil out. And reading again without the pencil that was preventing free movement will suddenly make you sound fantastically clear. You've simply taken your mouth muscles to the gym, and we'll be doing more exercises like that over the course. So try that. That's the end of this day. Find that pencil and do that for me as well as the other tasks from today, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Sweet, nice. We are done with day 2. That said, let's review what happened during day 1. Okay, day 1 was just doing some practice responses to replying to your best friend, your boss, your partner, and a stranger when it comes to being asked, what are you doing for the rest of the day? And let's see, what am I doing for the rest of the day? Let's see. Go on channel. And then let's look at this calendar. So right after this, I have an hour break where I need to walk Chub Chub. And then next up is taking a course on, or continuing the course on CCNA. After that, I have a, wait, do I have a 2-hour break now, or do I have a okay, so 12, okay, I have a 2-hour break now. I might actually gym. So after that CCNA course, it'll be an hour break, followed by a time management course, then a much longer break. Then I'll be learning some After Effects, and tonight I will be continuing my course with the Google Cloud Platform on their ACE certification. Yep, so that's me for today, Monday, January 6, 2020. Let's see. I think the latency is off by just a little bit. Maybe if I change it to like this much, might make a difference. I gotta maximize it and see. Well, actually, now it's faster. So, let's see. "13 milliseconds? Will that do us any good?" Ooh, I gotta rest my eyes. I think that's a little bit better. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, that all said, thanks for watching. I'll be back in a bit. Follow me on my calendar that I posted on my agenda panel. Thank you for watching.